Over the years, many things about scouting have changed. You hear a lot more these days about community service and exploring careers, but if you're a Girl Scout, you still need to sell the cookies. To tell us about what that means over the weeks ahead are the CEO for Girl Scouts of Eastern Massachusetts, Caitriona Taylor, and a Girl Scout from Hyde Park, Leiya Silveira. Thank you both for being with us.
Thank you for having us, Chris.
Okay. I want to start with Caitriona because, for people my age at least grew up with these ideas of what kids did when they were in the Scout troops, but what's different about what Girl Scouts are doing now?
Well, Girl Scouts is the premier development leadership organization for girls in the world. We have 4 pillars: outdoor, STEM, life skills, and entrepreneurship. And we have curriculum based in those four pillars that girls can take part in either as part of their troop or as part of the programs that we do. From camps to STEM conferences, we have a lot of curriculum that helps girls build any gaps that they may have to be successful. And entrepreneurship pillar is our cookie program, and we're really excited to be here today to talk to you about that.
All right. Leiya, what about you? What made you want to become a Girl Scout?
The STEM and having a lot of fun with other girls and meeting other girls that are like me.
Well, you know, when I grew up, there were lots of Scout troops around, and you just joined one. But I mean, what about you? I mean, was there another Scout troop around, or did you have to start one up?
Mostly what happened was that I told my mom that I wanted to be a Girl Scout, and there was no Girl Scout around my neighborhood. And so she said to her friend that let's start a Girl Scout troop.
And what did you do when you started this troop? What kind of things did you do?
We did activities, we helped other people, we mostly helped other people that needed us. Like, we went to the Mother's Day soup kitchen and Roxbury parade, and we did a lot of things.
Going back to Caitriona, you know, you mentioned STEM, and of course Leiya mentioned it as well. This is, science, technology, engineering, and math. What does being in a Girl Scout troop have to do with that?
Well, the Girl Scout Research Institute, which is a national institute, identified that although girls are graduating at equal or more than men with degrees in STEM, if you look at the workforce, women only are about 26% of the STEM workforce. And so that's a gap that we have identified. And what we have done to help really educate and get girls involved at an early age, get excited about STEM, is introduce more badges for STEM. So we have Coding for Good, cybersecurity, and as Leiya and her troop members are together in an all-girl, girl-led environment, we introduce STEM curriculum into that space. We also partner with companies such as Raytheon, and we do programs such as Math Moves You. We had a whole day where we focused on STEM, engineering, math, and we're actually at Mass Maritime Academy, and we had a number of girls there really just focusing on those activities for an entire day.
Leiya, does that change your attitude about this? Because I mean, I think at least going back, some years ago, maybe a lot of people would say, well, it's not cool for girls to be interested in math and tech. But I mean, does this change your thinking about that at all, being in the Girl Scouts?
Mostly, I always love STEM and science and math because I want to be a veterinarian when I get older. And mostly that I have to help these animals and find what's inside their bodies. So I love STEM.
This is BNN News, and we're talking with Caitriona Taylor from Girl Scouts of Eastern Massachusetts and a Girl Scout from Hyde Park, Leiya Silveira. Caitriona, how do the cookie sales help what these troops are doing?
Well, all of the net revenue stays local, and proceeds go right back to troops where they can look at what they would like to do for the year and fund those projects. And we have girls that are going for either silver, gold, bronze awards. These funds might help them with those activities, or they might do community service project, or they can actually use these funds to pay for a week at camp. We have girls traveling nationally and internationally. So besides the financial literacy and the life skills they're learning and the actual selling and development of their cookie program, they get to then decide as a troop, how do they want to use those proceeds?
Well, yeah, back when I was a Cub Scout in Hyde Park, they sold Girl Scout cookies by going up and down the street in the neighborhood. There were more parents at home in those days. How do you get people to buy cookies now?
Mostly what I do is go to friends and family or local businesses, and we go to MBT stations for lottery tickets, like lottery. And there's many ways that you could do, like online.
Mm-hmm. But do you make a pitch to people or do something to encourage them to pay attention?
Mostly we like to little jam, play music, or sing along Girl Scout songs. So, yeah.
And Caitriona, what about the kinds of cookies you're selling? I mean, I thought there was just one kind of cookie. I mean, now you get all these different things.
We have a variety. We have Thin Mints, Caramel Delights, peanut butter patties. There's a number of cookies that we sell. Do you have a favorite, Chris?
I thought the chocolate and peanut butter reminded me of the Reese's, so I'm a little soft on that. And what about how many of these things you actually managed to sell, Leiya?
As a troop?
Yeah, sure.
As a troop, last year we sold mostly 4,500 Girl Scout cookies. But as I sold last year was 572 Girl Scout cookies.
That sounds like you must have spent a lot of time on this, too.
Yes, it did. A lot of booths and a lot of help from people. And I actually reached my goal, but I made more than my goal, than 702. And my goal was selling 500 Girl Scout cookies.
Now, it was very nice of you to say help from a lot of people. It sounds like there was a lot of managing. Did you do some managing to make this work?
I had to budget and help with the business with my mom, and count how many Girl Scout cookies I bought, or how many boxes do I need to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, finally, Caitriona, as you mentioned, if people want to check out some information either about the cookies or just joining a troop, what's the best way to do that?
If you would like to support troops like Leiya's or other troops and take part in our cookie sale, you can go to girlscoutcookies.org. And you can actually put your zip code in, and it will tell you all the booths that are in your area. If you know a Girl Scout, you can ask that Girl Scout and their family if they are selling them. We have online sales, so that Girl Scout can actually give you that online address, and you can order them and have them delivered right to your home. And then if you're interested in troops, we're still forming troops. We love helping match girls with troops, helping match families with opportunities for their girls, and you can head over to gsema.org. That's the Girl Scout of Eastern Mass website to find out more information.
Thank you both very much, Caitriona Taylor and Leiya Silveira from Girl Scouts of Eastern Massachusetts.